Well, little layout up here, update. So instead of doing the big loops like I was planning on doing, I'm just doing a simple, it's similar to a 4x8, but it's actually 52 inches wide, but 8 feet long. I did that so I could get away with 24-inch curves minimum around the outside. Eventually, so I basically made this so I can, they're two tables and I can unscrew them right down the middle. So that way I can move them in half. And this foam is kind of just, I'm just rammed screws in so it stays in place, but I can pull the screws out and the foam can come separate off the tables. I'm kind of making this so I can remove it because this isn't going to be my forever house. And I still got to like do remodel work up here. Obviously I got to finish off walls and ceiling and stuff like that, but having this small I can move it out of the way and work around it, so it's kind of why I reduced down to this size instead. This would be HO. Debating whether or not I might move this table a little bit further over so there's like a walking path. This stuff will get out of here eventually anyways, but I might move this over so you can still at least get in here. And I'm going to have you'll see when I have some track ordered up and switches, but when I come around here I want to have a curved switch come off. I'll have a little spur line that goes straight, and I'll build like another little temporary table along here so I can have it come out and I can have like some staging yards and maybe some more industry stuff, but anyways, I kind of want to, this will be the main loop, and then possible in the future a little staging yard, but you can still walk in between the staging yard and this. But and I just got done gluing down the second layer of foam to the board. I'm going to fill in these cracks on this side. Unfortunately, just so I can make this, in two pieces, this seam's going to stay on the layout. It is what it is. It's just how I'm going to have to design it so I can pull this out of here if I need to. Way easier than trying to get a, 8-foot sheet out of here. But, so I glued that down, and I'm kind of gonna put like a little lake over here, or like a waterfront. The tracks will obviously come right around along this. We'll have, some industry switching. I'm gonna do a double track main line, which when I start laying track down, you'll see that in the videos. I'm kind of doing I guess you could say, it's going to be kind of like two different layouts because the girlfriend's going to school over in Ireland, and I just happened to kind of, I found a hobby store over there, picked up some Irish locomotives, or I should say, she got it for me a gift, the Irish locomotive. So I kind of want to, and Ireland's a beautiful country, so I was thinking I might divide my layout down the middle with a backdrop. So this side will be kind of like American style, probably your mid 90s type era. And then on this side of layout, you'll have the backdrop, but I'm kind of going to replicate like going through the Ireland countryside, maybe a little small Irish village or something like that. Because again, Ireland's a very, very pretty country. So I might replicate like kind of some rocky shores, like the train will come along here and it'll probably be like a big rocky mountainscape and waterfront here. Kind of some places that I went and visited over there in Ireland that I thought were really cool. So anyways, that's kind of the thing. So one side will be Irish and the other side will be the American style. So it'll look like it's going through a tunnel into each side. So when you're sitting on one side, you'll only see this side that'll look like Ireland, and then the other side will look more like American style. But I don't know, it's a little different, but at the same time, that's I guess kind of fun about modeling. You can do what you want. But yeah, when I start laying some track, I'll keep posting update videos on what I'm doing here, and we'll go from there. Well, started experimenting with the cork road bed. I'm just cutting it myself. They had this at Hobby Lobby. Had a roll of it. It's well, here's exactly what I got. $8.99. I'd save some money doing this instead of buying the actual cork road bed. Not too bad. I was able to cut it with a scissor. I know they say you can go and you can sand down the edge a little bit so you get more of a pronounced shape, but I'm okay with working with the ballast a little bit to kind of give it that effect. But like you're sloping up to it. It's not glued down or anything. I just got it pinned. I was just kind of experimenting. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting on a couple switches, so I don't exactly know the spacing yet that I'm gonna have, so I can't do my inside loop. I literally basically can't do any track work yet until I figure out the switches that I'm gonna do. But I figured I'd give an update, but yeah, see how much I can do. I don't know if I'm gonna have to buy another sheet of this. Probably just order this online too, I suppose, but figured I'd try it. Then eventually once all the tracks laid down and glued down, I'm gonna go through and solder every rail joiners and get that taken care of. But then when the tracks come to the middle of this layout, I'm gonna have to cut the track, so there'll be a physical cut in between the rails. That way I could just pull them off and I don't have to pull the track off every time if I gotta move this. But yeah, until the track comes, you probably won't see another video. It'll probably be a few days yet before I do that, so